Hello everyone, and in this part we're going to get started sculpting the pants, and hopefully we'll get to read the topology as well. So we're going to do what we did with the belt. Going to take these and Shift D to duplicate them, and we're going to move them to this bottom layer over here. And we're going to apply the mirror modifier, and we're going to go sculpt mode and enable dynamic topology, and we're going to change the detail size to, we'll change the detail size to 6 for now. So I'm going to just hit F and make sure I have clay strips, and we're going to start laying in some forms here. Try to be very broad in this beginning stage. I'm going to speed past this part. I'm going to time lapse this just so we went over a good amount of sculpting in this tutorial, and so I'm not going to articulate each step verbally. I'm just going to let you guys watch, and you can make your own decisions on how you want to sculpt the pants. But just bear in mind that you want to start off very broad and general in the beginning, not trying to get any fine details in, and then once you start moving on, then you start adding details. Another thing to keep note of is that I don't have symmetry turned on, which is because pants wrinkles look more realistic if they're different on both sides. So you can work with both sides at the same time if you'd like, and then modify it that way. In fact, I actually might do that. Oops, symmetrize the wrong x-axis, but you get what you get the gist of it. So have fun sculpting, and watch me do it, and hopefully you guys will gain some insight as to how you can go about it. All right. All right, so we got the sculpting done for the pants, and so now we're going to retopologize it. So let's get started retopologizing. So we're going to object mode, and I believe the pants are on this. Yeah, they're on this layer here. So what we're going to do this time, I'm going to do something a little different. We're going to apply the mirror modifier, and we're going to tab in the edit mode. We have a fairly small topology count here, and so what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate these pants again, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to move those to the second layer, and in this second layer we're going to add a subdivision surface modifier, subdivide it 3 times, and then we're going to add a shrink wrap modifier, and then we're going to, so this is circle.004, so we're going to shrink wrap this to the pants that we just made here, so circle.004, and check keep above surface, and we're going to change this to project front. So I just try to now I'm moving it back in so that it works better with the project option. I don't have. Okay. There we go. Because with projection enabled, you see the closer I move it, the more it conforms to the shape. So now what we're going to do is apply all of these. So we'll not apply all of them, but we're going to apply the shrink wrap. Well, no. Yeah, we're going to apply everything. And next, we're going to go to the pants that we have here, and we're going to get a multi-resolution modifier, subdivide it 3 times, and select the pants that we just did, and then shift select these here, and then click apply base, not apply, reshape rather. And what that did is that enabled us to keep most of our detail without having to go in and intricately retopologize it, and it's on a multi-resolution modifier, so we can just up and down the resolution as needed. Let's change that to smooth shading, and there we go. We're actually going to use this method for the rest of the objects as well. I decided to do it for the pants because it's I had just learned about it recently, and so we're gonna go back and do it that way for everything else. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can try to bake, because we're gonna bake textures and everything. You can try to bake the textures without doing this step. It's not necessary, but it is a lot faster for retopology. Anyway, that's it for this tutorial. In the next one, I'm just going to move this, before we end it, I'm just going to move this to the layer where all the finished items are. I'm going to move these shoes over here too. And we're going to be using the shrink wrap modifier for these also. I'm going to show you how we do that. And that just about does it. So, and we're going to use the shrink wrap again on this one after we do the face, because we're going to put the face on the sculpted mesh too, so that we can properly bake everything. But that's it. So in the next part, we're going to do the shoes. See you then.